working on behalf of this party. We would have invited you here ourselves, but that's why we have committees. So that one is sorted and sealed. Can we have our Honorable Judge Mississippi? Yes? Oh, you are just
Thank you for allowing me to say something about the points that you raised on accounting officers. And this can be helpful for the House. That the chairpersons needs to know the clerk when you write these accounting officers. Since we as ministers are here, it will be very helpful if we are also informed so that we brief these accounting officers. Because at the end of the day, we are accountable to this ministerial policy statements, accountability in the House, so it's a good way of moving forward. I'm not amending your guidance, but I'm just giving this information so that the House can really, we need to work together to help these accounting officers appear before you and be accountable to the people of Uganda.
That is from an experienced legislator, the former Vice Chairperson Caucus, the Chairperson of National Prayer Breakfast, is offering. Because honestly, if you've been a minister before, you just see your accounting officers being grilled. And then you wonder, hey, you can't start calling. You were called, you know? So it is just out of courtesy that you people, when you invite them, you copy the minister so that they know. So, yeah, we need to move. We need to move.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, that is correct, as proposed by the Honourable Minister, Honourable Bahati. But I also want to use this opportunity to ask the ministers, since they are our colleagues, to behave like a speaker, so that you do not call us to say, this one, Patrick, I know him, this one, I know him, my accounting officer is not available. So you act like the speaker said, to say, no calling me or no stopping me in the interest of promoting accountability in the country. It is correct. We shall make sure that you are coopted in as ministers, but please don't use your influence to fail the activities of the committees. Thank you.
Please, they cannot be like the speaker. They don't know what to speak. Yes, I've been given some guidance here. Honorable Judge Mississippi, we have a few matters of national contest that I want to ask the government side to pay attention, and then we can go to our main other discussion.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I rise under Rule 44 or rules to ask the Minister of Works and Transport 20 questions. Honourable Speaker, hundreds of residents of Namataba village in Chirinya Parish, Municipality, in Wakiso District, were identified and assessed as project affected persons in connection with the Standard Gauge Railway project, and subsequently the company in the special projects, and to be paid compensation for their different properties. Right Honourable Speaker, evaluations and assessment exercises were undertaken between 2013 and 2017, and that the affected persons were subsequently restricted from utilizing their property since 2015, 16 and 17 to date, not to develop their properties and not to carry out any further construction. However, it's almost over 9 years now since the evaluations. Many of the affected persons have not received any compensation. In view of the prolonged delay and hardships occasioned to the affected residents, I request the Minister for the following intervention with the Honourable Speaker. 1. To immediately provide the affected stakeholders with a formal and comprehensive update on the progress of the compensation process, including a clear and publicly communicated schedule indicating when those payments will commence and when the outstanding project affected persons will be fully compensated. Secondly, to direct that a fresh evaluation exercise is conducted, or evaluation to be undertaken where legally and technically appropriate, we can establish the prevailing value of the affected properties in light of the lapse in time since the evaluations were taken without compensation, 9 years now. Thirdly, to request, and it's particularly important because the Constitution protects persons from compulsory deprivation of property unless their position is accompanied by prompt, fair, and adequate compensation. This has also been recognized by the Ugandan jurisprudence, Mr. Speaker, that the constitutional requirement of prompt and fair adequate compensation is part of the constitutional protected rights. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, the affected residents should not continue carrying the economic burden of government for a project which is now for almost a decade. They are waiting and they are unable to develop or dispose of their property. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister, the Minister of Works is here if you want to delegate or.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. I want to thank the member for raising this concern. It is true there have been some delay on the compensation of the project affected persons with the SGR project. The delay is arising out of the petitions that have come from the project affected persons on the amounts that have been assessed. And what the ministry has done, we have already set a team that has held a meeting with the people who are affected, especially in the area of Lugazi at Kampala. And then there is also a team that is being constituted to go and do the survey of the project affected persons so that we begin the compensation. But otherwise, I can report that so far, we have compensated 60% of the line from Malaba up to Kampala, especially for those people who do not have petitions with the ministry. But otherwise, I'll take up on this and I can come back, Mr. Speaker, to give a correct update based on the meetings that the team has engaged.
This is very correct. Your word is more correct.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, meetings are still going on. We are still engaging.
The Honorable thing you had, the minister is on top of it. And I think there is something I must also thank the ministers of this term. He has just come in 1 minute and is up to speed. The ministers are doing very well. The ministers are doing very well. There is nobody who is stammering here. Everyone is up to the task. So, thank you. Can I have Honorable Zambali? Ilacio Mukasa. What a name. Yes.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Zambali Ilacio Mukasa. Member of Parliament from Nelson Municipality. Right Honorable Speaker, there is a rampant and unregulated practice of holiday teaching, commonly known as holiday coaching, that is happening in both
They still face challenges of inadequate training spaces, high cost of market in the market stalls, harassment and confiscation of their merchandise, among others. Our prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, is that we ask the government to commit, through the Line Minister, to provide affordable and accessible trading spaces for hookers and vendors in Kampala. And this also includes very many single mothers and widows that now lack a living. Right Honourable Speaker, we also ask the government to implement the promised markets in every city division, and also to protect them from inhuman enforcement, but also to respect the Sunday and evening markets which government had promised them. I beg to submit.
Prime Minister, that is quite multi-sectoral, touches on gender, trade, local government, KCCA. So you choose, either you speak for them or Mutume. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my colleague, for raising that important issue. We have a number of markets in the city which still have actual space, but also we take note that there are people who are working on the streets that need these spaces, and the government is working on them. We will continue to update this house on the progress we are making. So as soon as we have resources, we will be able to solve that issue. But we are aware of it, and we are working on it to get spaces to be able to provide for these, especially women and youth who were on the streets. Thank you.
Honorable Hunter.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I stand here and arise on a number of issues which affect my constituency, Kajara County. And the people of Kajara, they are right up here in the gallery to witness what happens in Parliament. Right Honourable Speaker, Kajara County is a neglected county. Kajara County is a neglected county. And this one I attest. Yesterday we were talking about electricity. The poles were just put there 11 years ago, and they didn't put the wires. The poles have gotten rotten. And the wires where they were put and they didn't put electricity, they also got rotten. Yesterday I didn't get this chance to highlight these issues, but those are real issues. In terms of bridges, I've only counted 2 bridges out of like 200 bridges in the county constructed by means of works. The other day I highlighted them, those issues in the letter the Honorable Minister of Works, and I took photographs. We've got big rivers which have never gotten any care. That's why I say that Kajara County is neglected. On the floor of Parliament, this needs to be known, and the ministers and the responsible agencies to take that seriously, and Kajara County in Ntungamo district is given due care. Thank you so much. And in the state of address by the President, I wish also to appreciate him. He puts them very clearly that these are supposed to be done, but I think the implementing agencies, they don't do it. I thank you, Honourable Speaker, for taking this time.
And the British. Honorable Prime Minister, what undertaking do you have? You know that from here. Government people The hunter must go with something.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, who has raised the issue. In fact, I'm half citizen of Kajara because my wife comes from there. So we will take note of the issues. We take note of the issues raised and we shall follow them up through the minister concerned.
And the honorable members, in the public this afternoon we have a delegation of constituents from Kajara County, they are represented by Honorable James Hunter and the Honorable Namanya Viola. They have come from the proceedings of this house. Please join me in welcoming them. Welcome. My Honorable Viola is where? The Namanya? Oh, she had gone to wash her hands. So, please once again join me in welcoming them. Can we have Honorable Obong Peter Achuda, MP Maruzi?
Honorable Speaker, I rise up in accordance with our Rule 56 of the Rules of Procedure on a matter that concerns the death toll on the road that is submerged by water, and that is the central government road. Honorable Speaker, on Sunday, the people of Marusi and the whole district woke up with the very devastating sorrow states where we lost 4 people from the same family. The father and all his 3 sons got thrown in the water that had crossed the road that belongs to central government. They are going to see their daughter who had gotten a home in Marusi, coming all the way from Dohoro to see their daughter and then ending up losing their lives while crossing. Not only that, Honorable Speaker, 2-3 weeks ago, the same incidents happened in that same water where we lost again 4 people from the same family within the same parish. This, of course. So the water has lost nearly 10 to 15 people, and these people normally die when they go to look for services in terms of medical help, social amenities, and others. And I remember one time I raised this matter on the same floor, and the minister went to inspect the road, I think, came back and never brought back the report. So, Right Honorable Speaker, here are my prayers. 1, if the government is still finding that it is very hard to work on that road, let the government get an appropriate size of the boat to help the people cross the water, other than using these ones that are really leading to numerous deaths. And if it is to be done so, then the boat should be given in the hands of the person who will be facilitated by the government, other than leaving it in the hands of the person who will again exploit those ones who are unable to sustain the cost. And also, in that same context, there is an alternative road, which I feel the government can work on it to connect the people of the area. That road, which is affected, it is blocking 16 villages. One parish that has 16 villages, they could not access medical services, they could not access the administrative headquarters, they could not access other necessities of life. If there is an alternative road that the government can open,
information from Honorable Pachuco.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The information I wanted to give to the House, and not only the Honorable Member, that such scenarios is not only specific to Maruzi. We have in Pakwach district a whole community of 8 villages from Amor parish that the flooding, it is almost a lake, and it is more than 4 years now. The school children sometimes have to cross from one village or Patwe to go to school. And they have been, even the teachers are now running away from Owerri Primary School. And we have reported, we have written office of the Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, my prayer is similar to my brother Baruzi, that we get a motorized boats for these communities, if we cannot have bridges for now. Okay. That is the information I wanted to give the House. Thank you very much.
It was more than information.
Thank you. My last prayer is, the families that have lost their dear ones are in total crisis. These families, the father has gone with only 3 boys, leaving behind the mother with the 3 boys, and the 3 boys are also left behind the families. And likewise with the other 4, the family that I mentioned. This government, since the apple of the road that is being crossed at the central government road, I want to appeal to the minister that let this family get something from government, so that the family that has remained behind push on for the time being. I thank you.
Prime Minister, compassionate. I know the government where you work is very compassionate. With our condolences to the family. But what does government say?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Let me also, on behalf of the government, convey our deep feelings of sadness and condolences to the families that have been affected. I think this issue of the likely problems we are going to face during the rains was raised before. And government will return here with a comprehensive statement regarding areas that are likely to experience landslides, floods like the Honorable colleague has outlined, and also indicate what preactive measures that government prepares to handle those situations. So I undertake on behalf of government that next week we'll come back with a statement indicating our understanding of what is likely to happen and proactive steps that we will take. Regarding fellow citizens who have passed on, let us, Honorable Member, let us, you and our side, through me, discuss, get details so that the government can send something to those families.
Thank you, the government. I know it's a very kind government. There was also lightning which killed